Hello and welcome, disc golf fans, to the 11th annual South Florida Open, hosted by Tri-Fly Disc Golf, sponsored by Dynamic Discs. This is the final round of this PDGA A-Tier down in South Florida. We've been covering it for years, and I'm stoked to bring you coverage one more time. My name is Chris German, co-founder, co-owner. Other side of the business, Derek Skoll. Here we are, bud. Final round.
Yes, and what a pleasure it is to always be a part and do kind of part of our off-season in Florida. Great group, awesome, fun tournament. Really glad to see some familiar faces here as well. Here's our top 10 going into the final round. Garrett Gerthy just barely missing our card.
Yeah, Thunder and Nick being able to stay on. Got a new face with Johnny and Nathan back on the card.
And so round one had a little bit of excitement here for hole one, 369-foot par 3. We saw Garrett near ace it. Stockheiser, well-protected green. Lots of trees there on a mound. Nathan keeping it low. Comes up short. Right.
It's pretty windy this final day as well, so one of the windier days. Round two was pretty windy as well, but not as much danger on this course. This is at Commons Park. This is a property with two different courses, and this is the north side course, so a little longer, a little more open.
We see Johnny getting stuck up a little bit early there with that tree, just not enough height.
And then Thunder's able to put that right inside the circle. And then last up, Gatekeeper zone, Mr. Hanson. And it's looking a little left.
A little far maybe too.
Yeah, probably edge of circle. Not as far as what we saw Garrett at round one. So it should be interesting with Nathan and Johnny. 2 strokes on Thunder. And Nathan just a little off. I wonder if he was expecting the wind to carry that a little more. Finds no metal.
Solid connection from Nick. First birdie of the round.
And then we have a headwind putt for Thunder Schultz. And a little low. And that was the theme we saw round two, especially Adam, Mike. A lot of just low putts. Just wind making it a little more difficult on these greens. And then with this course, there's just a lot more guardian trees kind of within the circles range, which could make for some tricky footing. We saw Nathan actually do that awesome turbo putt where he was like in that one cluster of trees. So a couple things could come into play, especially hillside on some of these holes. This being one of them, hole 2, first par 4, 704 feet. We have a stock shot on this first shot, OB left and right, but shouldn't come too much into play. It's the second shot here. You have to miss these guardian trees on the right, and a little bit of a hill come into play. If you land a little short, could make it a little more tricky to run your putt, and you may have to lay up, but that's all you got to do. Just get it out there, keep it in.
A lot of room.
Great from Nathan. It's been a while since we had JohnE McCray on our coverage, so it's really cool to see his face on lead card down here at an A-Tier.
Yeah, was it 2021 Ledgestone? Was the last time we saw him?
Or even 2020 maybe.
It's great to see him here playing again. And currently, I mean, going into this final round with the lead and, with some of his health complications he's had over the past year and some change. It's really exciting to see. I guess maybe closer to 2 years now, but really great to see him at it still.
Yeah, Nathan putting his best circle's edge, a little short. Nick gets
Just
through.
2 stock shots from Nick.
Yeah, that's a good start for Nick. That should be a birdie. Good approach from Johnny. Shouldn't have to worry too much about a putt there. Might need to watch his head while he picks up his disc. Oh, Nick actually went a little longer than I thought. Now putting back into the headwind and tricky there. It's kind of an awkward, weird putt to be running.
So are we about to see a lot of medal tags from Nathan again this round?
Yeah, I wish we had a counter in round one. I mean, he hit the band and the cage probably maybe 7 or 8 times that round. So a couple pars to start off for him. Thunder itching one more stroke closer. And things staying tight. Johnny now with the lead.
All right, hole 3, par 3, 359 feet. Slightly downhill as we approach into the green with a lot of ceiling there. So really you need to just let something swing right in. If you want to play like landing early, kind of flare skip into the green, that works too. Kind of like that, I think. Yep, perfect.
Great shot there from Johnny. Big hyzer from Thunder. He's asked for it to sit. And
Yeah,
sit
maybe
it does.
maybe a little too much power on that.
Yeah. I like that angle from Nick.
Yeah, that should be
Get
just
through.
about in there.
Nathan probably going to go a little more direct to add it. Maybe even a little bit of a hyzer flip. And that's going to fade out a little early for him on the right. Probably not the shot he wanted.
Not as bad as I thought it could have been. Another metal hit. Oh man. I don't mean to laugh at Nathan's pain by any means.
Another birdie there for Johnny. He's going to take another stroke on Nathan. Thunder in there as well. Yeah, it's more just comedic in the sense of like how close he has been so many times, and especially from the Circle 2 range.
We make our socks with 100% Rambouillet merino wool sourced right here from the Rocky Mountains. Today's wool is incredibly comfortable, 100% itch-free, it's breathable, it wicks moisture better than any synthetic fiber. That allows a wool sock to regulate your body temperature in both hot and cold environments, allowing your feet to stay dry and comfortable year-round. As someone who spends a lot of time on the trail, I can honestly say these are the best socks I've ever owned in my entire life. I invite you to give them a try. You won't regret it.
Maybe I need to save one for the next drive.
Time delay, dude. That's a courtesy violation.
That's a stroke. You're down by 3 now, potty mouth.
Jumping back in, hole 4, 375-foot par 3. This one you have to throw a little bit more of a straight shot, so a little more technicality here. We do have that branch on the left side that does come into play, but you want to throw something just nice, straight, and hard. Right side, just like that with a good finish. That is a great shot from Johnny.
It does appear that there is a Mando on this hole. We saw a drop zone there marked. I see a flag here on one of those trees.
A little short from Thunder, I think. It's looking good from... stood up a little bit, but he should be fine. We saw Nathan catch that overhanging branch last time. Makes it a little tougher for the lefty, I think, on this hole. And he's 0 for 2 now.
Yeah, wind really lifted that on him.
Oh, good. Good shot there from Thunder. I thought that was hunting the
I thought
basket.
it was further. I thought it was further along than it actually was too.
Pretty textbook stuff here. And then Nick just inside the circle, maybe 20 feet or so. Slightly uphill and good calibration there and gets the birdie. So good start for Nick, already 3 down, leading the card. Johnny's going to match now with a turkey. Starting to feel it. Not the start Nathan wanted. So we now have a tie with 3 of them. Johnny's starting to break off.
All right, hole 5 is a 350-foot par 3. Another mounded green surrounded by skinnier trees this time around. A lot of room between the pad and the pin to let the wind sink in.
Yeah, it's a swirly one there. Johnny's able to check up pretty nicely. Should be able to run that putt. Nick does not love that. Pretty short. That's kind of in that weird layup range, especially in this wind. Another one going left.
If we get a flare here at the end, this is great.
Oh. He's even finding the basket from the tee, man. It's like,
That's circle 5.
oh, jeez. Good little stabby run there from Nick.
Yeah, headwind slightly uphill. That's going to, more often than not, you're going to find yourself forcing your shot lower. And on a lot of times, you're, going to cage out.
Johnny now with a full green scorecard there at the bottom.
Yeah, true legend of the sport, showing us why exactly that is.
Yeah, I love some of these master players, even the ones that are pushing MP50, still balling out with the MPO players. Hole 6, we got ourselves a nice open shot here. Biggest danger comes down on the green, this raised basket pitched up on this hillside. Could have rollaway potential. Speed and distance control here. You want to try to hit that front hillside. Have it stop there. In this wind, don't really want to be putting.
Is that a drop zone that we see between us and the pin right now, or is that maybe from another division?
a good question. I don't actually know. It's hard to see where a drop zone would fit in. Maybe another division.
Yeah, I'm not really seeing any evidence that would point me there.
Nick right at the bottom of the hill. Looks like he'll have a right to left more than a heady, though, so should be good. And then Thunder looking like he goes a little past the basket, so should set up for a tailwind putt. Ooh. Good run from Johnny. Oh, wow, I didn't know Thunder went that far past the basket. Doesn't even really bring putting into question. Yeah, and the raised basket on the hill, I would say, is the winner here. 4 for 4. Good hit from Nick. And a couple textbook tap-ins here. Another par frame.
The two of us are not so different. We know that success is when opportunity meets preparation. So we prepare with equipment selection, form, timing, release, and perfecting our execution. Because at the end of the day, it's all about that feeling. The course may look different, but the feeling is the same.
And as we head into hole 7, 315-foot par 3, hyzer from right to left, which is pretty fortunate actually. You got that hillside as a backstop for the basket when it comes to that shot, and it does look like there is a path in the backside, which would be OB.
Yeah, with the left to right to here, it's really going to push that disc down. Sets up good for Nathan's shot. That's why right there.
Should be nestled right in there.
Yeah, it's always a good feeling when you're throwing into that wind that's going to carry your disc. Nick giving a little bit more height. We saw that drop right at the end, but great shot from him. Should have a birdie. Thunder in there as well as everyone inside the circle. Oh. Johnny cooling off here. That's going to be a second par in a row. Nathan trying to get another stroke back, and he does. Great shot from Nick. Could have got that birdie with his eyes closed. Same with Thunder. Just one more off on the star frame again. I felt like that was like round 1 as well. Just while it feels like a birdie race, there's always someone that falls victim to the, I guess, the wind, the putting. Hole 8, we have a par 4, a little bit of a gap that you have to miss here at the beginning. Pretty open. Have the cart path OB there on the right. You don't want to get behind that big tree that we saw on the left. It'll pinch you off. So finishing right will be a little better. And then the second shot here, have some trees to contend with on the left. A little bit of a hillside to land on. If you can get maybe, I don't know, 100 feet past that tee pad over there, I'd say it's a textbook spot to be. Probably as far up. There's even OB over there to the left, so my apologies there. If you even go near that tree, you're going to be dropping your disc on the fairway anyway. Oh, no.
Boy.
We saw Silas try to do that nice big flex shot as well. Worked out good for him. He got a lot of distance, but just in this wind, it just really pushed that disc down. Really didn't have a chance.
Dang muscles.
Trying to save his par now, but with that shot, I don't think it's going to be it. Double OB for Thunder. That is, I mean, with the amount of birdies you have to get out here, it's going to be tough to come back from that one. It's looking great from Nathan. Just settles nicely. Yeah. Tailwind putt, too. Whoa. It's going to be a tough look for Nick. He juiced that one a little too hard. Johnny shows the better route taken.
Oh, man. Great bid from Thunder.
Yeah, that would have been a great save after going double OB.
Oh, wow. So Nick with the tailwind there. So definitely wanting to kind of push the shot a little higher than normal. But because of that, it looks like he got stopped up by that branch. So he's going again. And does not connect once again. So he'll be getting par at best. Nathan with the birdie.
Johnny should be in for his birdie as well. And then Nick and Thunder taking bogey or worse here. A little bit of separation happening. Kind of turning into a two-horse race. There's not a lot of holes left unless you start really rattling them off. Double from Thunder and Verdogi for Nick.
Hole 9 to end our front nine coverage here is a 415-foot par 3. Water carry almost the whole way. Round 1, we saw a lot of people going the hyzer to really carry there. There is that bailout there on the left.
Thought this was a good pull from Nathan, but that really kind of stood up on him. He's safe, but kind of drifted a little too far left for him. This is looking great from Johnny. This should nestle up. Yeah. It's inside circle.
Nick's looking like he was flirting with that car path there.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Too sharp of an angle there for Thunder, a little too high, so he's pushing far left. May even be OB, maybe not. Okay.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize Nathan was that close to OB as well.
Yeah, the wind really stood that one up, like you said, and just pushed. He's
Way
even
up from-
closer.
Yeah. Drop.
Oof,
Ooh.
just over. Oh, just short.
Some valiant bids there from the boys. Johnny, weak side high, especially in the right to left.
And hitting that high with force, hitting that center pole, you do have more probability of bouncing and splashing out, just because the disc has a further to go to fall.
Yeah.
A lot can happen in that extra, half a foot.
And we're going to have a par frame to finish out this front nine. Turns into a birdie race here on the back. You want to try to get every single one. Nathan Queen, though, still hanging around with Johnny. Two of them keeping clean scorecards. Nick and Thunder, at this point, battling for a podium finish, I would say. That's going to bring us to just the final nine.
Thanks for tuning in, folks, and we'll see you there.